The effects from the Russia-Ukraine conflict are seen seeping through the cracks in sub-Saharan African countries. Finance ministers from Gambia, Tanzania, Malawi and Liberia say they are steadily feeling the impact on their inflation due to increases in fuel price. They say the spring meetings came at a time when the countries are still grappling with the effects of the COVID-19 pandemic. Like South Africa, Malawi says it is also facing rising cooking oil prices. The country says it is now encouraging local production to alleviate the impact.
Cooking oil prices continue going up. In our budget that was passed a few weeks ago on the 1st of this month, 1st of April, we did try to remove some VATs on cooking oil plus the raw materials as a way of trying to cushion the people on the escalating cooking oil prices as it is. But if the world goes to more restrictions, it's going to be another shock, which we anticipate. So meanwhile, we are encouraging local production.
Finance Minister Samuel Tweya says Liberia is currently faced with a debt crisis, a crisis the country is looking at managing. But Minister Tweya says he hopes that the spring meetings will help in averting looming sovereign downgrades from the ratings agencies.
Liberia is at moderate risk of external debt and high risk of total debt. And I think we join the chorus on looking at how we address Africa's debt problem, particularly since this is a private sector challenge.
As African countries continue to increase their social spending in efforts to cushion the impact on the vulnerable, they say they have no choice but to turn to the World Bank and the International Monetary Fund for short-term relief.
In Liberia, for example, in Gambia and all of our countries here, we are losing revenue to cushion the impacts on the poor. So, for example, a share of our SDR reallocation was really to look forward to sustain private sector investment, relax infrastructure. If we use some of that to then, deal with the current shock, it means we may have to turn to the IMF and the World Bank to kind of bolster the short-term impacts.
Many African nations fear that the rising high energy prices could trigger social unrest. Another major challenge is infrastructure deficit that's making it hard to grow their nation's economies. Nothando Makutulela, SABC News, Johannesburg.